We changed the name, but we don't remember what it was.
Yeah. We'll look it up
We'll
later.
figure it out. Yeah. Okay. Hi, welcome to our podcast. Lisa and I are here tonight to talk about the Devil's Tramping Ground, which is a famous site in North Carolina and Chatham County, and the area is known as Bear Creek. And it's just basically an area that for hundreds of years, nothing will grow in there. There's trees all around it, but in the middle, there's, well, pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lisa and I went to visit it this past weekend. And we made some videos and took pictures and stuff, but we'll release that a little bit later. So we were just going to talk a little bit about the tramping ground and theories that people have as to why nothing will grow there.
Yeah.
Um, Anything you wanted to say, Lisa? Or
Well, I guess, um, well, so you wanted to talk about the Salt Lake thing, that the
oh
soil
yeah,
composition, because I
yeah.
had uh, there was a neighbor we had that she didn't like grass, and so she bought a whole bunch of like Morton's salt, table salt, and
Oh
she
my
was out
God.
there pouring it on her yard. And we
Oh
asked
my
her, "What are
God.
you doing?" And she said, "Oh, it'll make it not come back." And we're like, "Oh, okay." She was really weird.
Did it work? Did you know? Did you notice if it
I,
worked? Or...
yeah, I don't know. That was a long time ago. I don't think she had any grass growing after a while. But
Well,
maybe that reminded me of
yeah.
what you were talking about, the Salt Lick thing.
Yeah, one of the theories that people have was like maybe that area, I guess there used to be a salt lick, and whether to, attract deer or to hunt or animals, livestock to farm. So that was one of the theories that the salt stops things from growing. But Lisa had found an article and a video. Was it UNC
Yeah, you
TV?
and I think it was like PBS or something. They
Where they actually had a soil scientist come out about 10 years ago and did samples of the soil,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
they
we could
didn't.
put like a link to it or
Yeah,
something in our
yeah,
description or something like
but he didn't find any high salt content or any reason why there should be anything that's not growing there. He did say that there was a lot of like fires and charcoal and stuff where people had camped
that.
out there,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
true.
could affect, and people tramping down the soil, but it's been going on for hundreds of years, so that wouldn't
Yeah,
explain why nothing's grown there for so long.
exactly. That's a
Yeah.
good point because I think it's been going on since the 1700s, I believe. I read somewhere in the history, which that's a long time ago that,
Yeah.
they said nothing grows there. And I think the Indians said it was like, or Native Americans said it was, what, poisoned land or something. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Um,
Cursed land or something. Yeah, poison land. That was what
yeah,
what
that was,
but so we when we went just to kind of check it out because I'd heard about this for years and years, and it's all in all the ghost story books and everything.
yeah, definitely.
And oh, and the other theory is that it's was it the devil comes at night and tramps in a circle because it's supposed
Yeah,
to be a perfect circle. So that's from the devil tramping the ground every night. Is one of the sort of the folklore. Um, but when we went, it didn't really. I couldn't really tell it was a circle. Could you like? It was so
no,
expanded. It's hard to tell where's the original circle.
yeah, it was just kind of a big dirt area there. We almost thought it was a parking lot, I think, at one point.
Yeah, when we first drove up there, yeah, I saw a couple of like little paths going off into the woods, and I thought, oh, that must be where people camp.
Yeah.
But then you're like, no, this is it, and we're like, really? Okay. But it did actually. The more we stayed there, the more interesting it was. I think
Yeah.
at first I was like, what, and then there was that little patch that looked like it had been paved at one point, just like as remember that little asphalt patch?
Yeah, I don't know why that was there. Unless, like you said, maybe they were gonna have a little parking lot there for people to look at
Yeah.
the ring or something. So I don't know. It could be.
Look at the
It was
dirt.
odd that they would put it there.
Yeah, it was kind of near the. well, past the entrance and before you got to the big circle. But yeah,
Mm, that's probably what it was. Maybe they were planning to do bigger things there or something.
yeah. But I wonder if it is bigger now than when it's, all the news reports are like, oh, it's a perfect circle. It's nothing growing.
Yeah,
But it's not really. It's kind of spread out.
yeah. You have to kind of figure out where the circle,
Yeah.
is. You do see this the area where the trees stop.
Mhm.
So that is kind of a ring there. They don't grow except for little tiny
Yeah, like little
pine
sapling.
trees that we saw growing here and there. It wasn't very many of them though.
No, like maybe two or three that we noticed.
Yeah,
That
and
whole
then
area.
yeah, definitely. No.
But we were wondering, like, well, or at least I was wondering, did they grow, a couple inches or whatever, and then they die? Can stuff
Yeah,
start to grow there, but then it dies out later?
yeah. I wonder because it had like they um well they had those little brown weeds, dry weeds that were all over the
Yeah,
place. Those were, or
true.
they weren't. There wasn't a lot of them, but there wasn't much growing there. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was sort of,
Compared to because there was grass and everything growing past that ring area, and
yeah,
pretty good grass,
and it was, I mean,
Bermuda grass, but
oh, okay.
it
Well,
was,
it was a forest, so it's like forest
yeah,
and then
mhm,
stops. Yeah. So one of the on that UNC TV news report, it said that his compass, the soil scientist, when he walked across the circle, his compass, like it wasn't something happened to it, like it moved or it wasn't quite right or something.
yeah, that was
So
kind of
yeah.
wonky or something.
So I
Yeah,
wonder if it's something to do with like metal in the soil or
it could be like magnet type stuff, or
yeah.
like maybe that's some kind of electromagnetic field or something. I'm not sure.
That's one
But
of the
it is,
theories.
it could be.
Yeah. That's one of the
That's,
theories that it might be a portal or something, right?
oh, yeah. I'm glad we didn't walk through it.
I know. It's very subtle if it's there.
Yeah, I know. I always wonder about that when you hear stories about people who, may have disappeared through a portal where they just walking and then
Yeah,
poof, they're
like
gone. It's kind of
yeah.
that was it's kind of scary. I always think of Brown Mountain Lights.
Oh
You were
yeah.
talking about going up there.
Mhm.
Like, what if you're just walking up the hill and
If
all of a sudden you're somewhere else? That would be
yeah,
scary.
that's another site in the North Carolina mountains where people see like occasionally like orbs of light in the distance. But I think
Hmm.
there are stories of people disappearing, aren't there? Like
Yeah, they,
after they've seen the lights or going to look for the lights.
yeah, or people going to look for people that went missing and then they go missing and
Oh,
we'll have to go up there.
I know.
Yeah.
But the portal idea, because another of the sort of stories or rumors about the devil's tramping ground is that people will put an object in the middle of the circle and then come back the next day and it's been moved or it's gone.
Yeah, that's
So,
weird.
but I wouldn't know where the middle of the circle was really, because
Yeah, I know. It's kind of,
could you
yeah,
kind of tell? It's
maybe it was over there where that little pine trees were growing. Remember,
the
remember where
tiny,
we saw just like one or two little
oh,
pine
maybe,
trees and
yeah.
yeah, over there. Because yeah, I wonder too.
It's it's a little disorientating actually now that I think about it. Once we were there, it was I don't know,
Oh
I kept trying
yeah,
to figure out where's the middle of the circle? Where does it stop? Where does it end?
oh yeah, that is kind of
So
interesting, huh?
so maybe there is something to it. I don't know.
I hadn't thought about that. Then we had that helicopter come really low over us
That's
when we were
right.
out there, and then
It
the
did.
car, the black SUV, came up
It
and then
pulled
left
up.
real quick.
Yeah, we were
Yeah, I was trying to videotape it, and they
it just
backed up.
pulled in and the time we noticed it would pulled right out again.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were probably like,
yeah.
"Those are crazy people."
I know. Right with our phones.
Right. Uh,
Um one other let's see what else.
oh, we
There's
found bones. Remember?
yes.
Yeah, that's.
Lisa discovered we were
Well,
looking
you
at the
did too. You
bones.
did too.
Well, you first saw them and they were kind of towards the back more of the circle, would you say?
Mhm.
Like on the was it on the edge more?
Yeah, yeah. It seemed
Where
like
there's a little
it was right after we found those deer hoof prints.
That's right. There were tons of deer hoof. Well, we assume they're deer. I see the
Yeah,
exact prints. And we were looking at the ground, and then Lisa discovered a bunch of bones that we knew were bigger than chicken bones.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
you kind of researched a little bit and think they
Hmm.
may be deer bones.
Yeah, it's I read that it, well, the shape and everything looks like would be like a white deer,
White
white,
tail.
not white deer. I'm sorry, a white-tailed deer. They said that the bones, the way they were slender and everything.
Yeah,
Well, we have pictures of them on. We're gonna have pictures of them on the,
yeah,
well, on this video.
yeah. That was kind of weird
Or,
because, yeah, they were all in one sort of area, but scattered in that area. And then you
mm-hmm.
notice that some of the tops of the bones have been like broken off or chewed
Been
off.
chewed off or something. Yeah, broken off. It looked, whatever it was, must have been big. Had a big enough mouth to break them off, because those were pretty good sized bones, actually.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
you know,
I thought maybe a coyote, but I don't really know. I
yeah, it
didn't
could be.
research, you know,
Oh, yeah, or a bear. I wonder if there's
a
bears in
bear.
that area. Well, it's Bear
Yeah.
Creek.
Ah, it's Bear Creek. That's right. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll have to do more research.
Yeah. And then we were talking about how the deer hoofs like disappear there. It's probably because they
They're
were
scared.
eaten.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a whole bunch in this sort of muddy puddle, and then I don't know, it was hard to follow them. They were kind of like scattered all over
Oh
the place.
yeah,
But I wondered, like, why would there be so many deer though when there wasn't really much to eat in there? You know, that's another
yeah,
thing I wondered. But
that's true. Unless they
maybe
ate
there's enough to,
everything.
yeah, maybe it's enough to support them. Um,
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't much there. There was a lot of rocks,
Tons of rocks.
lots of different
Yeah,
rocks too. There
yeah,
was slate, and there was oh, what was it? That a lot of white quartz and some
yeah,
pink quartz.
yeah.
Um,
Big ones too, like
mhm,
about
those
what,
were,
4 inches across or more.
oh yeah, and then some
Yeah,
kind of purplish looking rock was out there. Those were weird. I thought,
yeah. I don't
I've
know.
never seen those in other areas of it.
Yeah, kind of like purpley blue, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you noticed the rocks right away. And then they had a lot of them had this like yellowy orange coating on it,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Some of
couldn't
them, yeah.
figure out what that was because wouldn't it be pollen wouldn't stick to it it was like it was
Yeah, it
stuck
was
on there.
stained or something.
What's
Hmm.
that?
It looked like it was kind of stained.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
stained. That's
yeah,
right.
that was,
I wondered if at one point that had been like a flooded area or like a
yeah.
riverbed or something because there were so many rocks and
Oh, yeah. I wonder too, because
that strange color.
definitely.
Okay. But another theory people have is that it was a UFO landing site.
Yeah,
What do you
that's
think
my
about that?
favorite theory.
Yeah, I don't know as much about that one. What are your thoughts on?
I don't know. It could be
Yeah,
maybe whatever landed there burnt the ground or
mm,
radiated into the
that's
ground
true.
and kind of left it. You know how crop
Just
circles are kind of, they say um, the field or whatever is kind of like radiated or burnt, and then,
mm,
so maybe that's what happened.
could have been. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No.
That's
And
my
that
creative guess.
we couldn't really find much to prove. Like, how would
Yeah.
you prove that? That's the only thing.
Oh, I know. That
You
would.
did find that little tiny metal,
Yeah, we did
looks like a
find
little
that.
tiny cube.
Mm-hmm.
Was like
It
rock
was
that felt
heavy,
heavy. Yeah, like metal.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah,
kind of odd.
yeah. I'll put a picture of that up so we can put that up at some point in the video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't really. I thought it was pyrite, but pyrite has kind of a little bit of a glassy or
Mm,
sheen to it sometimes, and this didn't have that.
yeah. But it was
Yeah.
heavy, like metal.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
was perfect, kind of almost a perfect cube, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
And it didn't. I tried to put a magnet against it, and it didn't. It wasn't attracted to it or anything like that.
hmm,
So it's yeah, and it wasn't pushing away from it like if it was a
yeah,
magnet either. So
yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I guess if you could prove it was some unearthly material, that would go with the UFO theory, you know.
Exactly. That would be interesting.
And one theory I had, which I have no scientific basis for this at all, but I just thought it would be cool if maybe like a tiny piece of a meteor or something had hit the
Oh,
ground thousands of years
yeah,
ago, and there's areas where there's like a meteor is hit, and then it makes this. It supposedly affects magnetic fields and all this stuff, and it's got metal in the soil. So that was one of my
be.
theories. I don't have nothing to base it on, but
Hey, well,
it'd be good to look into. Yeah.
that's actually not a bad guess. I think that's probably a good theory, better than some of the other ones, really.
Well, it is from outer space, so
Yeah.
you know,
It could have been a long time ago. I mean, it wouldn't really have to make a big dent. Maybe it was a,
true. Like tiny.
yeah, yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know. Yeah.
And the soil was different there. I noticed it was kind of sandy white. It was kind of white, but it really wasn't sand. It was kind of, well, it had to be
Oh,
sand, but you know what I mean. It was it wasn't like
was
sand
it?
at the beach.
Yeah. Was it
Kinda,
kind of powdery?
yeah,
Like
powdery, but kind of, yeah, that was
not
weird.
what does he call it? I can't think of the word. Not flowery or anything, but it was looked kind of like it would be sand, but yeah, it wasn't the same texture as sand.
Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
a maybe a mixture of sand and clay or something,
Oh,
or
yeah.
maybe it really wasn't like sand at the beach. It was
Mm-mm.
you know,
In that area, there shouldn't really be too much sand in that part of North Carolina. It's more
yeah,
slightly more
probably
east.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to well the soil scientist that analyzed the soil, he said he found some sort of unusual, I guess, amounts of camp or minerals or whatever, but he said that could be from people having campfires, and
oh, that's true.
there's like
Okay.
burning tires and having
Oh yeah, I
propane. So
saw
all
some of
that,
that out
yeah,
there.
all that could be in the soil too. So
Oh yeah, people probably brought all sorts of
yeah.
garbage and stuff out there. We saw some kind of something somebody had left, some little hair knot or something
Oh,
that was curled up.
oh, it
Remember
was
that?
like
You took a picture.
woven. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it
What
was like
was that? Was that
woven
rope or was that
grasses,
hair?
or actually, it kind of looked like corn. What's it? The thing?
Yeah.
What do you
Hopefully
call
it
it?
wasn't hair.
I can't think of the word. But it was like leaves that they'd woven into a like a little braid, and they put in a circle and like little um rocks, and it was on this stump. So it was obviously placed there for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Maybe they had placed it in the ring and that's where it ended up.
oh, maybe. Well, that was another thing we kind of wondered when we saw the bones. My first thought was like, oh no, is somebody having some kind of ritual here? And I
Yeah,
was like, but it doesn't look like it with the way the bones were, kind of bitten off and stuff.
yeah, and
It did,
scattered around and
yeah, it didn't really look like some sort of creepy ritual. But
yeah.
trying to think what else. But another theory that people have said was maybe it was like oh, I think you already said this, like a Native American area.
Oh,
And
let's see. I don't think we mentioned it. Yeah, yeah.
okay,
What did you find out about that? Wasn't there a
well,
battle or something there?
one theory I was like there was a battle fought there, and I guess did that like tramp down the soil or made it.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know how that would affect the soil and nothing grow there, or
let's
maybe it
see.
was cursed or something.
Yeah, probably. I
Yeah,
think
and
it
I'll.
says they were. Oh gosh, I can't pronounce all this. What it says, it was, let's see, Hall
Was
Deep
it
River System
Tuscarora?
local. The Sissy Paw
Oh,
local writing with the Sissy Paw
okay.
and related groups. Okay, and yeah, I'm not familiar with
I mean,
those
there's.
groups and stuff. I need to read up on it.
Well, when I tried to read up on it, it basically just said, "Oh yeah, lots of Native Americans lived in North Carolina." It's like, okay,
Hmm.
thanks.
Yeah, I know it didn't really give us much
Very
information.
vague.
I guess we'd probably have to kind of dig into to that
Yeah.
to find more details of that. Yeah, that's kind
It,
of a.
it'd be
But
good
it
to
was interesting.
oh, yeah.
I didn't really feel creeped out though. Did you? Or at one time when that car came up, I was getting a
That
little
was a
creeped
little
out.
creepy. Yeah, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Well,
you
you
know,
did a couple of times hear something. Now, I didn't really hear it, but that kind of freaked me
yeah.
out a little bit because you're pretty observant. Like you notice stuff. You're usually, pretty good about
Oh, thanks.
noticing things that are like, hmm. And so you said you heard a twig snap or something in the woods.
Yeah, it
I
was
heard
when we
that a
were
couple of
looking at the
times.
bones. Yeah,
That's
especially when
right.
we were looking at the bones, and we heard like a little snap of a twig in the distance there in the woods back there
Yeah.
behind the ring. And then
Yeah.
also when we walked over to the edge of the ring, I think we heard it again.
Yeah. I think I did feel slightly creeped out there with the
Yeah, yeah,
combination
that
of the
was
bones, and then you were
yeah.
hearing something. I'm like, hmm,
I
okay.
think so too, especially over there on that the edge of that ring,
Yeah, it
like
was
a little
weird.
ways away from the bones over there towards where the trees were growing. That was a kind
Yeah,
of a creepy area, I
it
thought.
was. I don't know why. It just, yeah, it felt a little like unsettling. Felt
Yeah,
weird.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And people do camp in the middle of that thing. That
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't think I wouldn't do that.
no.
I mean, and well, the
I
other
would
thing
not.
is, it's just off the road. Like it's off so close to the road. I thought I was expecting like a campground or something, but it's literally just a big open area just off the road. So I'd feel really
Yeah,
exposed out there
yeah, I
being
wouldn't
there.
want to be able to. I'd be afraid someone would drive in and just accidentally drive over your camp.
Yeah, or block you in or something.
Yeah, oh yeah, they could easily do that.
Um, and then with the forest behind you, I don't know. It just seems like you're just sitting right out there like a sitting duck, or
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, I know. I guess if that maybe they camp in big groups or something when they go up there.
Yeah, yeah. But they have had like they've got a website and you can reserve, I guess, a night to camp. Even there's like no um bathrooms or anything. Like it's just there's nothing. You just show up with your tent. But, and also they've had ghost investigators come out and do like
Oh yeah, put
EMF.
spirit boxes
Yeah,
and
spirit
stuff out there.
boxes and supposedly they've heard things. But
Yeah,
it's very
that would be
vague though. I don't know.
yeah, there was that article we read that one of them said the spirit box said run or something like that. That
Yeah,
would creep me out.
that
I
would, yeah.
would probably get on out.
In that, I don't know if it's the same article said someone had seen a woman in white running
Oh yeah,
woods or something,
or a
and
girl. It was a
a
girl or
girl.
something.
Okay,
Yeah, they might
yeah,
maybe. Wonder how late at night that
I
was.
know. It might have been that white-tailed deer.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else?
Oh, they said they had some poltergeist activity out there.
Um,
I'm not really sure what kind that would be. I mean, were rocks flying around, or when I think of poltergeist, I think of
yeah.
um, like in the movies, well,
Movies.
poltergeist.
Yeah. Well, they did say
And there
about
was a lot of activity going on in that
yeah,
movie, so I didn't really see anything. I
yeah.
can't imagine what was, going
Well,
on.
the only thing I could think of is when they said, "Oh, their stuff was moved from they
Yeah,
placed it in the circle, something moved it." But then we were kind of joking, like, what if it's the somebody going in and moving it,
yeah, purposely moving
Yeah.
it and
I mean,
stuff.
that's kind of cynical, but
Yeah, but
we did kind of wonder because, like, there's so many chopped down trees at the edge of the circle. Like, it looked like it'd been logged. Part of it might have been logged or something. Like, maybe it
yeah,
was the dead trees and then there was a path going through the woods that was, like, obviously been, was it
yeah,
like a
look,
bulldozer or something? We saw
yeah,
tracks. Yeah.
bulldozer tracks. Yeah,
So
that
maybe
was.
they're logging in that area too, but there was no tree stumps or anything. I mean, we
Yeah,
didn't
you're
see.
right. There wasn't.
Yeah.
It was definitely a ring of the you could definitely see where the trees
Yeah.
stopped growing, and like you said, there were no stumps.
I just thought, yeah, there was no evidence that anything had ever really grown there. Like normally
Mm,
you'd see old roots and tree stumps. There was nothing like that.
yeah, nothing. No. It was a weird place, but yeah.
Yeah. It's worth a visit, I would think. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. If you're in that area, yeah, I would. It's kind of, isn't it south? It's a little bit south of Siler City.
Yeah, I
Um,
think yeah, around in that area, Chatham County. So
mhm,
we yeah, drove to Pittsburgh and then because Pittsburgh there's stuff you can do and then you drive from there. It's like
yeah,
30 minutes, 25 minutes from Pittsburgh.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think it was like 11 miles from there or something.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember the GPS at 11 miles,
Oh, okay.
and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was that long,
Yeah.
that far.
But it's on
But
kind of country roads, so it takes a little bit longer.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty. It was a pretty
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah. So I would like to go back and maybe bring a compass or something. Or I don't know
Yeah,
if you're
that's a
allowed
good
to bring a
idea.
metal detector or not, or since it's on
Oh, I
private
got one.
property, so
Yeah, we could
yeah.
ask her if it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one that I've been wanting to use.
I've got one. I don't know how good it is, but we have one.
Yeah, that's we could both bring ours because you probably have
Yeah.
a more powerful one than mine.
Uh,
Mine is a little cheap thing, so
I don't know what ours is. Trying to think, was there anything else? I went on Google Maps, and how you can look at the satellite view and
oh
see
yeah,
if I could find the circle, but it doesn't quite go in far enough. You just see like a bare patch.
yeah, definitely.
It'd be good to get like I don't know, like a overhead, like if someone had a
Oh
drone,
yeah, that would be cool. Yeah,
yeah, then you could really, I think, see a lot more. That would be
yeah,
really cool.
definitely.
Oh, I think our time is starting to go, Lisa. So
Okay,
we
well, I
wrap this
enjoyed
up.
this. Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to figure up our next investigation where we'll
Yeah.
go.
Maybe the Brown Mountain Lights
Yeah, maybe.
or the Mako Light. There's another one called the Mako Light. Is it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is
Have you
one.
heard of that?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be cool.
But we'll be posting a short video of our adventure soon on the YouTube channel. So,
Yep, that
yep.
sounds good. Well, have a
Okay.
good
Well,
night.
you too. Bye.
Bye.